everyone. Welcome to the world of English with Sakshi Khanna once again. Today I am feeling extremely happy, and the reason behind that I am getting number of comments over my lecture, so many queries when I am using some new words, some new concept. As in yesterday's lecture I used the concept conjugation of verbs and I got maximum question based over that. And it shows that you people are opening the video, you people are pen down, you people are writing the things, asking the question. It shows that you are taking interest in your study. So moving ahead with your queries, and the second segment of the tenses, that means the past tense, we will be discussing today. Okay, but before that I will explain you once again the conjugation of verbs. What is a pattern and why it is required? See guys, I just tell you one thing only, that in English, when you are talking about one person, when you are talking about many person, when you are talking about yesterday, when you are talking about future, then often you change the verbs. Always you change the verbs. So this is the reason that why we need the conjugation concept to understand. Means at every step we need to conjugate the verb in different way. It depends upon the number, gender, okay, and the mood, the voice, because in active voice we use only the base form. What is that? According to the tense of the sentence. And when we change it to the passive form, we conjugate the verb, okay, and it is must. This is under the rules and regulation of grammar. That is why conjugation is must for everyone to understand. Okay, my viewers, conjugation of verbs on the screen. So first of all, I just want to explain you conjugation once again, what is a pattern and how we are using and why it is important, that I already discussed with you. Okay, so the way a verb changes form to show number, person, tense, etc. There are so many things to change to conjugate the verb. Okay, but mainly we see the number, the person, the tense, the way a verb is conjugated. A group of verbs that change in the same way to show number, person, tense, etc. A set of verbs that are conjugated in the same way. And there are different ways to change it. Now, if you have ever taken a second language class, you people all are in 10th, 11th, okay, maybe 12 students are also watching this, or those who are taking some ESL classroom. ESL classroom means English as second language. Okay, in that language you must have heard this concept conjugation pattern of the verbs many a times. So ESL, you have heard a lot about conjugated verbs and verb conjugations. In short or in simple, you can say, I explain you, a conjugated verb is a verb that has been altered. Alter means changed its base form. Now, what are the rules? What are the rules to change it? Rules for conjugated. First of all, verb conjugation refers to how a verb changes to show a different person, different tense, different number or mood. Number one thing, the person. Which person? First, second, third, singular base, first, second, third, plural base. Okay. Second thing, tense. Which tense we are talking about? Third thing, number. How many people are? Singular, plural. And the mood. Fine. So these things will be the base. To conjugate the verb according to the pattern. For example, in English we have 6 different persons. First person singular, all related to I. Third person singular, all related to you, all related to he, she, it. Second person in singular, all related to you. Now first person plural, we. Second person plural, you. Third person plural, they. So we must conjugate verb for each person. The verb to be is a particularly notable verb for conjugation because it's irregular. Okay. So there is a difference between regular and irregular verb form that I will explain you later in the slide. Conjugation of verbs. To conjugate means to change, means to alter. That I explained you already. So each word in Spanish changes from conjugates to correspond to different subject pronouns. It is not about the Spanish. It is all related to English. Okay, English based form. In other words, each verb has 6 different forms in each tense. So it is very important that you learn the subject pronoun in conjugation chart order. Base form, first, second, third person, singular case, first, second, third person, plural case. So all 6 different forms. Got it? Let's move ahead. So some rules, let us see. All verbs infinitives end in er, ar, ir. The verbs in each of these ending categories have different conjugation patterns. Now we are talking about the pattern. Regular verbs, irregular verb. Most verbs are regular. Once you learn the ending in the pattern, you can conjugate any regular verb in that category. So what is a regular verb? For example, bake, baked, baked. It's a regular verb. Okay. Some very important verbs are irregular. You must memorize the conjugation of these verbs because it does not follow a pattern. Now, some example of irregular verbs are go, go went, gone. Okay. Eat, ate, eaten. Okay, so these are irregular verb. So bottom line is that in the slide what they want to show you that irregular case and regular case. Regular verb, there is nothing to learn about the pattern. It's so simple to understand. But irregular verb, you need to memorize. Okay, so you need to be well versed in your memorization of the verbs, conjugation of the verbs. Some terms to know for you people. Conjugate means to change a verb. Conjugation, the process of changing the verb. Regular verbs, verbs that follow a conjugation pattern. Okay, irregular verbs, verbs that do not follow a conjugation pattern. These verbs must be memorized. They are totally different. Just give a quick look on the conjugation pattern. For example, number 96 on the screen, that is call. Call is regular verb, irregular verb. It's a regular verb. So pattern will be followed. Call, called, called, calls and calling. Because I explained you there are 5 forms of verb. Means we are using verbs in 5 different ways, including the base form. Okay. So let us find out some irregular verb here. If you see, yes, break, broke, broken, breaks, breaking. So these are the examples of irregular verb. Fine. So here I have explained you the table of the 5 forms of verb which we are using, including the base form as well. Now let's move to the main task of the day, that is simple past tense. Okay, and the 4 aspects of past tense as well. Before I move on to past tense, so there are 12 possible verb tenses as I explained you. Present indefinite, present continuous, present perfect continuous. We have done already in our yesterday's lecture. Now we are moving to past indefinite, past continuous, past perfect continuous. Means all related to the past, all related to the day before. Okay, means the action has happened, when it has happened, and has it finished or not. These all things we will see in all different 4 aspects, and we will understand the basic sentence structure as well and rules and regulation of all the tenses related to the past aspect. So simple past tense, another classification of past tense based on the 4 aspects which we have done in all the tenses, that is indefinite tense. Indefinite means we are not knowing when the thing happened. Okay, when the action happened. Past continuous, something progress. Something is in progress. Past perfect means fully completed. Past perfect continuous, continuity also, and the completion as well. Okay, it shows. Look at the definition with set of example. You will understand past indefinite tense. The simple past is used to describe an action, an event or condition that occurred in past. Means day before yesterday, yesterday, that day, or not today. Nothing relation with future. So for example, I played, he, she played. Okay, so there is different structure and rules and regulation which we are using, which we are bound to use only those. Otherwise we will make some grammatical error if we will go against the rules and regulations. So let us move to the rules and regulations. Past continuous tense. The past continuous tense is used to describe actions ongoing in the past, means in the progress but in the past. For example, I was playing, he or she was playing, you were playing. You know the difference of was and were. I already explained you. Okay, and the pattern I will explain you in the detail, but just brief you up. Base form of the verb plus ing to show the progress in any type of aspect when we are talking about the continuity. Our next aspect is past perfect tense. The past perfect tense is used to refer to action that took place and were completed in the past. For that, we are supposed to use had in the structure. I had played, he had played, she had played. Okay, so this showed action completed also, happened also. Next aspect, past perfect continuous tense. Very important to understand in that it will show two aspects. First is completion, second is continuity as well. Now look at that. The past perfect continuous is used to indicate that a continuing action in the past began before another past action began for interrupted the first action. I repeat the definition once again. Don't get confused. The past perfect continuous means it is explaining about two aspects. One is continuity, second is completion. So, it indicates that a continuing action in the past began before another past action began or interrupted the first action. I had been playing. She had been playing. You got it? Okay. Let us talk about simple past tense in detail with the structure of the sentence and rules and regulation which are according to the grammatical pattern. Okay, so first of all, the simple past tense, subject plus V2. V2 means second form of the verb we are using here plus object. Now the simple past tense is used for an action which happened at a particular time in the past. So simple to understand. Just add V2 and complete your sentence without any doubt. Just V2, no more regulations here to follow. Moving to the next segment. But before I tell you the other pattern of the sentences which we were talking about, affirmative, negative, interrogative. Negative interrogative sentences, how to frame in the past sentence. So, I played, I did not play. Now, very important, negative sentence, if you are making sentence with did not, then you are not supposed to use second form means V2 two times. Okay, according to the rule, we are supposed to use second form of the base form, that is play. Play is here main verb. Main verb we need to convert it played. But if we are making negative sentence, then you are using did. So did is already second form of do. Do, did, done. So I did not played means two times you are using in single sentence the V2 base form. Okay, that is against the rules and regulation of the grammar. So in negative sentence, when you are using past form, then you will not give V2 in the base form. You will simply add did. Okay. Now move ahead. Interrogative sentence, did I play? In the same way. Negative interrogative sentences, did I not play? It's wrong. Okay. Did I not play? It's wrong because ed has been added. For your understanding, I put an error here in the last sentence. It's a wrong structure of the sentence against the grammatical rule. Next aspect we have continuous form. When we want to show the progress but in the past. How to make the sentence? What should be the structure? Okay, look at the first R dot. Subject plus was verb. Was with the singular base. Verb with the plural base. V1 plus ing plus object. Now the past continuous tense is used for an action which was happening. Happening means was in the progress at a particular time in the past. I am repeating the definition. the past continuous tense is used for an action which was happening at a particular time in the past. Means it didn't stop, it was on. Let us understand with some examples. Affirmative form. Boys were playing. Boys. Plural. Were. We need to add. Playing. Play is the base form. Addition of ing. Sentence completed. So negative sentence. Boys were not playing. Interrogative sentences. Were boys playing means were helping verb. We will make it out to create the interrogative structure. Negative interrogative structure. Were boys not playing with the question mark. Okay, so these are the structures of different type of sentences if we are talking about past continuous aspect. Moving ahead, past perfect tense structure. First we look subject plus had. You know that had always with V3 plus object. Now the past perfect tense is used to express an action that was completed before another action started in the past. It is used with the earlier of the two actions. So the simple past tense is used with the other action. Very simple to understand. Simple past sentence will be added up, means extension. It's an extension of past tense. Now look at the definition once again. I explain you with a set of example in the next slide, but before that, just listen to me very carefully here. The past perfect tense is used to express an action that was completed before another action started. One action already completed, but second we are started. It is used with the earlier of the two action. The simple past tense is used with the other action. Two action we are talking about. Okay. Such type of structure can also come, and when we explain the completion, we give the description of the completion of the action as well. Look at the example to understand more in detail. Affirmative sentence structure. Shala had played. Negative sentence. Shala had not played. Interrogative sentences. Had Shala played. Negative interrogative. Had will come out. Shala not played with the question mark. Past perfect continuous tense. Now, in this aspect, we will be combining rules of two tenses. First is past perfect, second of the progressive tense, means continuous tense. How to make it? Look at the structure. First of all, subject plus had. Definitely past perfect is there, so had will come. Now continuous we need to show, so been will come, and V1 plus object. Okay. Past perfect continuous tense, if we are talking about subject plus had plus been plus V1, ing is missing here, boys. So please understand the pattern, because continuous we are talking without ing, we can't show the progression. Okay, so the past perfect continuous tense is used for an action that began before a certain point in the past and continued up to the point. Means time zone will be mentioned in such type of sentences. Always remember, past perfect continuous tense is the combination of two aspects in which past perfect rule will be added, that is had, and continuous been plus V1 plus ing we need to add on. Look at the sentences. Affirmative structure. Ria had been playing. Negative structure. Ria had not been playing. Now how I am adding not? Had not been. Not Ria had been not playing. It's a wrong pattern. Interrogative sentences. Had means auxiliary will come out. Had Ria been playing. Negative interrogative sentence. Had Ria not been playing. Moving to our next tense, that is future or related to tomorrow. Okay, so the aspects are here. We have future indefinite. Simple future means future continuous, showing the progress but in the future base. Future perfect, completion as well. Okay, future perfect continuous. Again, the two aspects combined together. So let us move to the base form and the next aspects of relation with future tense. Moving ahead with the final tense of the session, that is future tense. 4 aspects we will look as well. First is future indefinite tense. Second is future continuous tense. Third, future perfect tense, future perfect continuous tense. I will explain you in the detail, but this is in the illustrative form. I just wanted to explain you what are the different aspects and in which way we can use the future tense as well. Let us talk to the base form of the future indefinite tense. The simple future is used to refer to action that will take place after the act of speaking or writing. Means now I am speaking but I will do later. It means that, for example, I shall play, he, she will play. Okay, now look at that. There is no mechanism of using shall or will with the case, means the number. It is different, purely different. When you are sure it will happen, then you need to add only will. So this sentence shows that you can play, you cannot play, means it depends upon the circumstances. But second sentence, she will play, means definitely she will play whatever the circumstances. It means to show you that always remember, when there is will or shall, you need to check the context of the sentence, what it says to you. Then only utilize shall or will. Future continuous tense, second base form, related to the aspect, different aspect, that is continuous relation with the future. How to show that? The future continuous tense is used to describe actions ongoing in the future. It will happen, but in the progress. The future progressive is used to refer to continuing action that will occur in the future. For example, now the structure I will show you later, but look at the example first of all to take an overview of the tense aspect, that is I shall be playing. Now be we will be adding. We will be adding because we are using continuous form. We need to show progress, and how we will show the progress? When we will add ing with the base verb, okay, and that is playing we have made. And in the future continuous we need to add be. As we are talking about perfect, what we are adding? Perfect continuous, been, B-E-E-N, okay. So these are some differences which you need to memorize only on the tip. That is why I am telling you, on the mathematical base form you need to understand the rules and regulation which we are talking about tenses. Future perfect tense, the third aspect, it is used to refer to an action that will be completed as well sometime in the future before another action takes place. Means before another action, that particular action will be completed. Now I shall have played. So two aspects we are combining here. One is future, second is perfect. Now what is the structure for the perfect base? That is has or have. But here we are restricted to use only have. Will, shall always come with have. Always keep in the mind. Even though we have perfect base form with has and have together, but here we are bound to use only have. For example, I shall have played. He will have played. We will never say I shall has played, even though it is singular base form. It is inbuilt structure, so we can't go against the rule. Future perfect continuous tense. The future perfect continuous tense is used to indicate a continuing action that will be completed at some specified time in the future. Means the time will be mentioned properly, may not be. It is not clear here that we will mention the time or not. But always remember, future perfect continuous, it is the combination of three aspects. So we will utilize three types of rules in that. Now, the future perfect continuous tense is used to indicate a continuation. We will show the continuation how? While adding ing. Okay. Then perfect form means has, have, but have will come only. Okay. And perfect continuous, we use been as well. So, been will come. Have been, because we need to use have, then been will come, not be. Okay. So don't get confused. I shall have been playing. So simple to understand. She will have been playing. Got it? I tell you once again, here we are using three aspects, we are combining them. So perfect continuous, we need to add have been, okay? And future will or shall depend on the sentence, okay? And progress, how we will show? With addition of ing to the base form. Now we are completing here, but before I close today, I just want to recap all the tenses once again. Here is a list of example of these tenses and their definition. So first of all, we are talking about present, simple present, I play, progressive, I'm playing, perfect form, I have played, and perfect progressive form, I have been playing. Coming to the past, I played, very simple form. Progressive form, I was playing. Perfect forms, I had played. Perfect progressive form, I had been playing. Moving to the future, I shall play, I will play, depend on the context of the sentence. I shall be playing. Be, I told you, okay, simple progressive form. If you want to show in the aspect of future, then you need to use only be. But when we are talking about perfect with the continuous form, then we will replace be with been, B-E-E-N. So I shall have played, I shall have been playing. Some very important point to remember here. Whenever you are writing, you should try to stay in the same tense all the way through. What does it mean? It based upon the spotting error mechanism. When you are talking about the sentence without full stop or in the comma, if you have started with past, then you need to complete with past only. There are conditions. Past perfect you can use, but you can't start with present and finish with past. It's a wrong structure. So always remember, whenever you are writing, you should try to stay in the same tense. Otherwise, you are going against the grammar. So in today's session, grammar overview means essence of English. That is all about the tenses. A review of the tenses I had given you. Okay. So please memorize all the rules and regulation, all the notification, all the special note which I gave you side by side, and 12 forms of the tenses. Please make your own sentences to memorize. Pen down all the rules. The tabular form which I gave you, please check it once again and just learn it in the mathematical rules. Okay, like a table you learn and you just frame your addition, subtraction very nicely without any problem. In the same way, if you will memorize the table of rules and regulation using tenses based on the different aspect, then you will make your English effectively, flawlessly. Simple present, subject I, we, you, they, okay, and the verb. Fine. He, she, it, singular base, then verb plus s or es. Simple present, I explained you. Okay, now look how I classified it. I just make it little broad for you people to understand. I, we, you, they, all are plural. But even though I, you is singular, but I am giving the rule of verb plural case. Okay, he, she, it, s or es, it need s or es depend upon the syllable of the word. Once again, before I close today's work, tenses, all about tenses, 4 aspects with the base form of 3 main tenses. Every tense has 4 aspects to use. Simple tense, continuous form, perfect form, perfect continuous form. For example, if present, then simple present continuous, present perfect continuous, combination of 3 aspects. Okay. In the same way, past, simple past, past continuous, past perfect continuous, combination of 3 aspects. Looking at the future simple, okay, means indefinite future, future continuous, future perfect continuous. Okay. Okay guys, the time has come to say you goodbye. So in today's session, we have completed 12 tenses of English grammar, means essence of English grammar. You people were talking about we are not able to frame correct sentences. We don't know which base verb or in which way we need to use the verb. I have cleared your all the doubts. So please memorize all the things. Today's lecture and yesterday lecture, please open it once again, combine it, then look at brief. Okay, pen down your main point. If any question, query, please ask me. It will be welcomed, and I feel great pleasure again to listen about my classes from you people. I wish all the best. Thank you so much for listening me. Stay tuned, stay protected, and please be supportive to your parents because they need your support this time. Okay? See you tomorrow. Bye.